Just move outside. Just tell the crew to get down the backyard. I'll talk to you out there. Georgia.
Thank you.
Who brought the rain? Raise your hand.
What's up, everybody? Here we are at the Arch. It is 7:10 a.m. on April 1st, and it is time. Appalachian Trail, class of 2021. Here we go. All right, we are going to the top of the falls via the East Ridge. I just wanted to clear up yesterday a little bit. So when you get to the trailhead, you got to take an approach trail that starts at Amicola Falls, and it goes 8.8 miles up to the top of Springer Mountain, where the start of the Appalachian Trail is. There's also a road that goes up to the top of Springer Mountain and drops you off at the start of the Appalachian Trail, but that's a 10-mile Forest Service road. And so yesterday, during the rain and the storm, we tried to get up it, and it wasn't working out in the little tiny compact car that we were in. So in order to stay safe, do the right thing, we came back down. But also during the storm the day before, or a few days back, I'm not sure when it was, part of the bridge that goes across the falls on the original approach trail was taken out. And so they've rerouted us up the East Ridge, and once we get to the top of the falls, then we'll reconnect with the approach trail on the way up to Springer Mountain. So that's what yesterday was all about. Today is the official start day, and I'm ready to go, man. So it's a beautiful morning, it's calm. It is supposed to get down to the low 20s tonight with gusty winds up to 30 miles an hour. So I'm hoping to push 11, 12 miles today on the first day. I know that's big, but I want to get up to the top of the mountain and down on the other side a little bit to hopefully get a little bit of protection from the wind and the cold tonight. But I'm gonna get to hiking, and we'll catch back up with you guys later. This is the first view I've come to, about a mile in. Absolutely beautiful. I can hear the falls down there. You can see the almost full moon up there. Absolutely gorgeous view. Pretty much my first view of the mountains in the mountains. All right, guys, I'm gonna get to hiking, and I'll get back with you later. We are here at the top of the falls. Way down there where that white car is, you probably can't see, is where my mom and I were and took the picture yesterday. But we are at the top of the falls. That way is where the actual approach trail comes from, but somewhere down the way there, the bridge is taken out that crosses this from the storm a few days ago. So we're gonna continue on that way and meet up with the actual official AT approach trail. All right, guys, check back in with you later. Okay, we're at about 4.2. Got a good incline going on right now. I've passed 2 people on the trail so far. One guy named Ron, real nice. He's behind me. He says that he was talking with some hikers this morning at the lodge and that it is supposed to snow tonight. So that should be fun if that happens. I passed a girl twice, said hello both times. She didn't say anything. So when she passed Ron and I when we were chatting, that was the second time we both said hello. She didn't say anything, just pushed on through. So far, 1 out of 2 nice people interaction on the trail. But the winds have picked up. We're getting higher. It's chilly. And yeah, sun's coming out. You can see that behind me. Got a little bit of a view through the trees here, but all right, y'all. I will get back to you. I'm gonna get to hiking. Aww, they love each other. How sweet. So cool. This ice is like, it's like growing out of the ground. I'm sure y'all have seen this before, but coming from the West Coast, I don't see ice that grows out of the forest floor. It's nuts. It's everywhere. It's pretty cool. All right, hiking on. Little snails are everywhere. Probably too cold for them to get moving anywhere. But it looks like I'm about to start my final ascent up Springer Mountain here. So next time I see you guys will be at the top. All right, y'all, we are here. We made it to the top of Springer Mountain. This is the first white blaze. From here on out, I'm officially on the Appalachian Trail. All right, guys, we'll catch up with you What's up, everybody? All right, you can see right behind me, that's the parking lot that I was attempting to get to yesterday and hike up to Springer Mountain from. It's about a mile up to Springer Mountain from here. So I'm heading on to the next shelter. It's about 2 miles away. I just got my first bit of trail magic back there. Nice little sugar rush. Met a guy by the name of Mountain Squid. He was handing out trail magic there. Super nice guy, gave me a little bit of information. And I met another guy named Speed Bump. He says they call him Speed Bump because he slows everybody down. Thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, a little bit of trail magic. The first trail magic, so that was awesome. And now we're just hiking on to the next shelter. They say that it'll probably be a little less busy, that most people will be shooting for Hawk Mountain. And allegedly, I'm making really good time today. So far, everybody's been pretty impressed, or at least been left me the comment, man, you're moving right along. So that's good news. I feel good. My legs feel good. The pack doesn't feel too heavy. I mean, it's heavy because I got all my first day food. I didn't need to carry all this water to start, but I just didn't know, you know, so we'll see. It's only going to get lighter from here, at least until the next resupply. And yeah, it's beautiful. Sun is shining, but man, it is the wind still. And tonight, gusts to 30, they still say, and we're still forecasted down to 23. Frost in the morning, possibly snow tonight. So my first night on the trail is going to be a lot of fun. Contemplated staying in the shelter to break the wind, but there's just so many mice in the shelter, and I don't feel like getting any of my gear eaten up right away, you know, first night. So we'll see when we get there. There's a water source right before it. You cross over a little footbridge, so I'm going to get water there just so I have enough for the morning. But when I pull out of the shelter too, I guess there's another water source not too far from there. So either way, guys, I'll check back in with you later. They absolutely do. What's up, everybody? All right, I have made it to the first shelter, Stover Creek Shelter. Pretty sure that's what it's called. Picked out my spot right here. That's how you do it as a through hiker. You come in and throw your trekking poles down. X marks the spot. So this is where I've decided to camp tonight. There was a few people here when I got here, but they cleared out. I think they were just taking a break. There's a lady up there with a crying baby, so hopefully they're not staying here because I don't want to hear crying babies all night. But the shelter is pretty cool. I'll go over and show you that a little bit later. She's changing the baby, so you don't need to blast that on YouTube, but I'll show you the shelter. Pretty cool. It's a 2-story shelter. I kind of thought about staying in there tonight, but I just don't want to deal with the mice, man, you know, like I said. And snorers, if there's any snorers, I'm not trying to sleep next to a snorer. But I think this spot's going to be good. I have checked for widowmakers. I do not see any, which are branches that will fall. This is old growth hemlock. So a hiker told me that on the way by. So what we're looking at here is old growth hemlock, which means this has never been cut down. These are like original hemlock trees. That's what old growth is. So it hasn't been burned down or cut down for logging or forest, when they maintain the forest or whatever that's called. So pretty cool trees. They had me a little nervous though. I was checking them all out because they had me a little nervous though because it is supposed to gust up to 30 tonight. So I just wanted to make sure that I don't sleep next to a tree that might blow over on me. I don't need that death by tree falling. Nah, not for me. I got to go out a little bit cooler of a way than that. So anyways, it's gorgeous here. I'm gonna let you go for now, set up the old camp and check back in with you. All right, what's up, everybody? We are all set up. I'm in my camp clothes. I'm all chill, ready to just eat some food, do some recovery, stretch, edit some videos, and just hang out and enjoy my first night. It's gonna be cold and windy. Let's go ahead and walk up to the shelter. This is Stover Creek Shelter. It's pretty cool. They got a picnic bench, a little bench out front, and fire pit. We got a couple other campers that are starting to come in now. It is 2:40, so we're getting close to time for everybody to start setting up camp and calling it quits for the day. So we got bear boxes over here, 2 places for bear cables. When I did my little orientation, I guess, down at the visitor center, they said that REI had donated bear boxes throughout Georgia to all the shelters. So that's pretty cool. So tonight we'll be able to put the food bag in the bear box and not have to throw a bear line, which they asked us not to throw a bear line in Georgia anyways because they've got cables at every shelter. So should I have to use the cables, I'll show it to you then. But yeah, for now, I'm going to eat some food and relax. All right, guys. Alright guys, so we are all done for the night. We are at Stover Creek Shelter. I showed you around earlier. In my tent here, done all my camp chores. I got water before I got to the shelter, so I didn't have to do that. Ate my dinner, rolled out the calves, stretched out, and I'm all set. I was looking at the map. I think I'm going to shoot for Gooch Mountain tomorrow. That's 12 miles. Might stop at Devil's Kitchen, which is 11 miles. We'll see how I feel, but that's a little bit further than I wanted to do tomorrow. But the next shelter is only like 5.3 miles away, and that's Hawk Mountain, and that's just a really short day to just go 5 miles. Now I might wake up and feel like I got hit by a truck, so in which case maybe 5.3 will be good. But then after Hawk Mountain is, like I said, either Devil's Kitchen at 11 something or Gooch Mountain at 12. But I hear that the sunsets at Gooch Mountain are pretty cool, and it's only like halfway up the mountain, and it's still got a view. So then maybe I could get up early enough and hike to the top for a sunrise, because the weather's supposed to be gorgeous tomorrow and the next day. It's just supposed to get warmer for the next couple of days. So tonight cold and windy, but I did hear they were going to die down, so maybe that's good. Maybe we won't get those 30-mile-an-hour gusts. And everything's all set. I'm about to climb into the sleeping bag and start editing videos. Got clothes drying. It's gonna freeze tonight, so I've got my water in my pot that I'm gonna use tomorrow for breakfast, so that way I can just start melting it right away. I don't gotta try and get it out of a frozen bottle. Wouldn't matter too much. The water source is not far from here. It's a pretty easy walk, so I could go get water in the morning if I wanted to, but I'm sure it's gonna be cold in the morning, so I probably won't want to get out of my tent except to go get my food bag out of the bear box. Thanks again, REI, for donating food boxes to the shelters in Georgia. High five. Yeah, but I did a little more than I wanted to today. I started at Amicalola Falls. We talked about that earlier. And I was going to stay at Springer Mountain, but it's probably 15 degrees colder up there. It was cold. There was ice. When I took my pictures and stuff up there, I couldn't stay up there long. It was just too windy and too cold. So I just decided to come down here, and I think it was the better choice. It's definitely warmer. So all right guys, well, I'm going to turn it in for the night, and we will catch back with you. I'm going to turn it in for the night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.